Namaskar and welcome to HR Resonance channel. I am Ram Navaratna, HR consultant and trainer. Friends, by this time you might have viewed my earlier video post lockdown HR management 1. Now I am going to take you in this second video the further two aspects for everybody in the organization and admin and legal aspects involved in the matter. In my first video, I covered role of unit level management and also the people in the organization. Now I am going to take further aspect. Now the whole idea of this exercise is to eliminating and cut the corona spread everywhere and avoid that one, so that everybody should be safe and all the economic activities have to be carried on. For that, all the efforts have been started. To do this one, the post down exercises in all the organization, entire management team, HR team have to start sanitization, disinfection by proper agents, and also enhance the entire hygiene measures, maybe by cleaning at least in common usage areas, if not critical sensitive machines and areas, and disinfection precautionary measures have to be taken. Now this is paramount importance of the day. Another important aspect is the usage of PPE. For this strict PPE policies to be ensured and not crowded, distance, contact and own conveyance is suggested for that. Screening at entry level and sanitization, unwell persons, if there is any cough, fever, precautions have to be taken, and the contact details of all government officers and the person also in case there is a need, that one has to keep in mind, that is very essential. And also in this process, tool room and common tool usage, special care and necessary precautions are also required, because there a lot of hands are involved, so it may change from hand to hand. So therefore frequent hygiene practice, twice or thrice, whatever the organization decides depending on the situation, and special care about common toilets, urinals, canteen, restroom, cloakroom, dress change room are very essential. And have attention for all these aspects and precautions in respect of staggering time of work, lunch, avoid common glass, mugs, bottles, spoons and plates, and avoid air conditioner is also suggested. Frequent sanitization of door handles, boards, telephone, computer buttons, and avoid overcrowding also. Extra precautionary measures to preventive steps for disinfection of company premise, vehicles also, and display board. On display board, procedures in easy and understandable way, it has to be displayed. And change in working procedures may also occur. Working days, hours may also be needed in this case. And movement in the shop floor restrictions have to be imposed to avoid further contamination and danger. Wearing mask is mandatory. Insist on and often wherever it is required. Better you make supervision also. And usage of intercoms is also advised. So ultimately the atmosphere to be created in such a way that sacrifice and adjustment by both may be the need of the hour at this juncture, and also with the idea in mind that one for all for one, with a shared vision has to be taken into consideration. Perhaps this may be the insisting point and buzzword. And also it is said, better to prepare than repair. So with this preparations and repair, work has to be continued post lock and things have to be made smooth. Now the fourth important point what I would like to discuss here is administration and other legal aspects involved in this matter. So in this connection, two orders are important. Department of Commerce and Industries order guidelines dated 16/4/2020 is one, and second SOP annexure of Home Ministry dated 15/4/2020, wherein guidelines are helpful, plus any other guidelines which may come from time to time may be issued before or soon after lifting the lockdown. One has to refer and follow. So this is what one has to keep in mind on commencement. Next, keep all your statutory records update and in order. Your license, your permits, correspondence relating to that, if there is anything, working hours, decide jointly depending on the availability of the people. Have a frequent communication at all levels with various cross checks also. And also it is a need to check leave, rest hours, holidays, and performance and maintain, enhance. Of course, performance is a need. It has to be maintained, but try to enhance in the period whatever is possible. Then discipline, of course, it is normal. Salary also normal. Only the question is now April 20 salary is a question and doubt. All employees are eager about that. HR department and employers are worried about that. How to do this? How to go about this? Big questions are there. However, by everybody's action and thinking, suitable measures have to be taken and acted upon. In this process, mutual discussions and agreements with employees arrive for the solutions, and that will go in a very smooth way. As far as the minimum wage, of course, still normalization, it has to continue. Now, though there is a revision in the April, returns, submissions, normal, and extensions, if any, check with that. Another important measure, the government during this time given relief to employer and employees is on employees provident fund. EPF contributions payments, it have been relaxed for 1 month for the employer. As far as the employees are concerned, 3 months loans and advances are provided. It is really big help to the needy employees. And ESI has also granted time for 1 month to the employer, which may be breathing time for all the employers. Long sickness, if any, anyway, ESI is available in the matter. Now, few states like Karnataka granted time for the payment of professional tax also. So this is also one of the small way government measure which has been taken place. Wherever these CSR measures are exercised and available, Government of India also for COVID-19 relating to CSR allowed certain concessions in respect of COVID contamination and for the employees, but not for or on for regular salaries. This is also one of the advantage for the employer which all the departments have to keep in mind. Now, based on the status of overall organization and mood and nature of the employees, incentives, production bonus, attendance bonus, I think they can hold and talk and act bilaterally either for reduction, revision, hold or defer. I think it should not be any problem. I think at this juncture everybody has to come understanding sacrifice or mutual adjustment is a need of the hour. If there is any leave encashment, stop. Terms of work, if there are anything, ensure mutually. Luxuries, if any, definitely stop or defer. And appraisals as usual or postpone. Revision, increment at this juncture doubtful. All earlier before lockdown appraisals and all that with all insistence on achievement, they were all robust. Perhaps after post lockdown period appraisals may be considered maybe with more human touch, and a second point will be on insistence of rigorous performance that may happen. And as far as the minimum wage is concerned, whatever the variable dearness allowance that is been declared, one has to view and follow. Statutory records, files, update, maintain, or if required at this juncture, outsource depending on your situation and your requirement. And at this juncture, when all these have some what I can say reduction, postponement, or stoppage, there should be some kind of motivation to the employees. So I feel and suggest it is a time to build rewards and recognition like Corona warriors. I think rewards and recognitions based on the involvement and achievement, initiations of the employees, HR department can consider and act, which may be helpful, and that is a breathing time for total atmosphere. The second and the next point, as I mentioned in the beginning, I want to deal upon key legal aspects involved in HR management situation in post-lockdown. In this connection, two orders are very important, which you are all aware. First one is Ministry of Labour, Government of India, order dated 20th March 2020, which was advisory in nature, where it mentioned employees, workers, casuals, etc., even if it is non-operational, deemed to be on duty, not talk of any statutory power. Here it was advisory in nature. Second order, which is a matter of importance and consideration, order dated 29th March 2020, Ministry of Home Affairs shall make payment, it is binding legally. Not only that, you are all aware, it has got a penal action under the Act as well as under the Indian Penal Code. So, which is a serious matter for the HR team and the management. And Section 51 of the Disaster Management Act 2005 you can be prosecuted. It is a mandatory. So that is the seriousness of this order. And another important thing, all the legal experts and the courts also, I think they have said, provisions of Disaster Management Act 2005, which overrides the provisions of any other labor laws. That is the importance. In this perspective, we have to see and examine and understand the orders of the government. As far as the contractual employees under section like 32 and 56 of Contract Act, termination clauses, if there are anything that can be opted and resorted, that is purely by the terms of the contract. Law of contract allows for that. Next, in the case of outsourced employees, principal employer is liable to share the burden as long as the relationship exists between contractor and PE. Part payment or reduction in salaries, which is one of the thoughts during this post-lockdown because of the financial burden, the position is either Standing Orders Act or Payment of Wages Act or even under the Industrial Dispute Act, not provided any space in this. So hence, the management is liable to pay the liability. Of course, next is layoff. After lockdown period, normal law takes its course. So during lockdown period, strictly no, otherwise it is a problem. So Supreme Court in the case of Alaksh and Alok in civil petition dealt the plight of the case of migrant workers due to COVID-19. Here the court stated that all notifications must be obeyed and disobedience will attract penal action. So courts have taken such a stand to the government as far as the migrant labor is concerned. And the Supreme Court holds government orders related to COVID-19 are mandatory. So this is where HR professionals and all the managements have to keep in their mind. Now understand and see the categories of employees as far as any reduction or revival is concerned. One must be aware there are two types of employees. One is worker, wherein they are all protected by all the labor laws. Others is supervisory or managerial cadre, depending on the terms of the contract and applicable labor laws. So management has to examine, and if there is any action, accordingly they have to act. In certain appointment orders or contracts, I have come across a clause on force majeure clause. It is nothing but an act of God. If this clause is there, it absolves the employer from payment and therefore from fulfilling its obligations under the contract, because this epidemic being a God's act and it is a catastrophe and it is an emergency. So this is one of the clause available, but however it is not codified under any law, but this is one of the clause legal experts which they mention. Legal position on payment of wages during the lockdown. Now all the HR professionals, employers, they are worried. Anyway, now lockdown is going to come to an end shortly. Then though the orders are made during the lockdown period, but their effects and after effects starts only after lifting of the lockdown period. Here specifically referring to the important aspects which have financially impacted the employers, 3 to 4 factors you are all aware. Number 1, not to terminate employees, which is mentioned in the order as I mentioned, particularly casual contractual workers from jobs, even or not reduce the wage. Second one, if any worker takes leave also, he should be deemed to be on duty without any consequential deduction in wage for this period. This is also one of the big question and burden and thought for the employer. If the place of employment is to be made non-operational due to COVID-19, the employees of such unit will be deemed on duty. Not only that, further it mentioned full wages to be paid on time and without any deductions. Friends, these are all the issues that really bothering everywhere the HR team and the employers, because they pose the liability to the employer without any income generation. This is where everybody is cudgeling the head. Lot of discussions, forum discussions are happening. Recently, Nagrekar Exports, one of the Mumbai exporter, challenged this order questioning in the Supreme Court. He challenged the order of payment of full wages to workforce to the Supreme Court, stating it is illegal and unconstitutional and violating the Article 14 and 19. Anyway, now it is before the Supreme Court. I think very shortly or in a few days, so Supreme Court may deliberate and we may see the judgment, and everybody is very anxious to see the outcome of this judgment. Same time, friends, we should not forget what we call situational changes also. Taking into consideration the present situation, economic activities, hit to the industries, certain states like Rajasthan, Gujarat, Punjab, they have taken the shelters under the Factories Act, where they have vested special powers in the public emergency point, evoked the provisions, and they have come out with the extension of the working hours from 8 hours to 12 hours in the factory and 72 hours in a week, and rest hours before 6 hours, and 4 hours, additional 4 hours will be available for the industries. However, this is all operational in non-red zone areas. This is exempted for all exempted categories of industries that will be allowed to work through notification issued by the state and central to other than hotspot areas. So here 4 hours are additionally available. As far as Gujarat is concerned, they mentioned this 4 hours additional proportionate salary. Supposing for 8 hours whatever salary is there, same proportionate it will go for 4 hours also. Whereas Rajasthan, it has stated for 4 hours additional, that is overtime they mentioned. Now Punjab may also following this suit. I think this act may, probably it may come in Karnataka also. Other states may also follow in coming days to meet out the situation as well as to cover up the aspect. So these are some of the situational changes that have been taken place, advantage to the employer, at the same time management issues one has to manage. So having seen this one, though the government has given order, courts have also said it is all binding. Further they say it is all penal action. The employer and all the HR teams, they are all worried. What to do? It is a financial burden, whereas revenue is not there. Work has been come to standstill. So therefore many of the employers organizations and the employer bodies, associations, they made a various representation as far as the incidence of account of payment of wages for the lockdown period, and represented to the government through various forums for either subsidizing the wage or allowing the layoff on account of natural calamity or any other relief or benefit for reducing the financial burden of the companies. So even under the ESI they have asked for the two provision also. Consider for the benefit of the employer as well as the employees during this crisis period, yet government has to come out with their decision in the matter. So Indian government would need to come up with a scheme to subsidize employers towards the wages payable during the lockdown period, which is a big question and a headache and worry for all the employers and HR team. So they have asked subsidize the wage cost for the lockdown is the only way at this juncture. I hope you will all agree with that. Now construction sites of building and other construction workers, what we say. So there also government has taken some step, and this CREDAI has also come out with the construction sites post lockdown SOPs for the guidance to their members. And under this migrant workers plight, you have seen in all the medias, migrant workers were put to a lot of hardships. Supreme Court directed to take care, and government has taken enough care for them and also the employers. And also you are all aware, government has allowed BOC cess funds for this purpose, and which government is used and they are all utilizing. These are all certain measures which employer have got, and they have got their impact on the industry. Now after lockdown, I have enclosed one checklist which I will not go into the details. Slide number 18, you can go into that. It may be useful for the employees as well as the management, what they have to do post lockdown situation. So ultimately, friends, convert all this atmosphere to the positive way, because everywhere worried atmosphere, the employer is worried, the HR teams are worried, the employees are worried. What happens in April, whether we get the salary or no, the employer, how to adjust the salary, how to generate the money, how to run the industries. These are all various questions that have come before everybody. However, industry has to run. We are sure government may also come out with some solid measures and support to the employees. However, employer as well as all the management teams, including HR, they should try by all measures convert the atmosphere to positive by frequent, candid, consistent and personal communication. The reason employer is financially and economically incapacitated owing to this very, very peculiar and hard situation which the whole world is facing. I am sure, and also you will all agree, with the positive communication, consistently try to convert the total atmosphere to positive apart from all other exercises and initiatives by the management and also the HR team and other cross teams also. All together they have to exercise and see that organization starts and everybody will start working and they go together. Particularly small scale industries, what we say SMEs industry sector, eagerly and positively looking at government for financial package and also support for post lockdown burdens. They are hard hit. We are all hoping and expecting positively in the beginning of May 20 by any support or measure or financial incentives for the employers to bring the economy on the line. Friends, so these are all my thoughts post lockdown impacting the employers and the employees and industries in general. Law is one side. Secondly, we have to take initiatives. We have to carry on with us, everybody, employer, employees, all the vendors, our neighbors, and surrounding environment also. Added to that, since COVID is going to continue or impact in one or the other way, various strict measures as envisaged by the health and government authorities, we have to ensure, check, cross-check, periodically supervise and monitor is very essential. Of course, though government has said employer is not going to be prosecuted for any event of the COVID, but even then it is the duty of the employer and the management in the interest of everybody to create that atmosphere and maintain and further contain and control. Friends, whatever the thoughts I have expressed in this presentation, they are all my own views. If you need any further clarity or anything you want to carry on, you consult your own resource and accordingly you can further proceed. And all these are only the measures, and measured by all you should make, all people ultimately, all these measures and also maybe the initiatives by the government, employer and all the management team including the HR should lead to Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu, that is may all prosper and happy. So with this, hope this contents and all these informations are useful to you, and if you feel it is useful, don't forget to subscribe. With this, I wish you all the best and thanks for watching this video.